One of the fun things about Halloween, of course, is dressing up. It's a fun thing to be able to do that many people enjoy doing. I was at the school yesterday and got to see many kids wearing different outfits, whether they be fairies or cats or a comic book character or a character from a movie. They got to dress up and to pretend. And what that leads into sometimes is it leads you into becoming an actor. Not just dressing up, but taking on a full character. Sometimes this is done for the enjoyment of others, but other times it's done to save your life. I was reading in my series of books that started with Hood, and then went to Starlet, and ended with Tuck. And in that story, it's a retelling of the Robin Hood story. And one thing that you find about this Robin Hood was that there were many times that he took on a character in order to help save his people. He took on the character of a priest, and he took on the character of a noble in order to help his people. He went so far as to convince a noble that he was another nobleman, that he was able to fleece him, and he was able to get somebody out of his prison because he got the access from being this noble. Now we see in Psalms chapter 34, this wasn't in the prayer book or wasn't up on the board, but a commentator calls it Psalm 34 verse 0. Of David, when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he left. David too put on a little act to save his life. He pretended he was insane so that he wouldn't be killed. He was let go because he didn't know he was the king. He didn't know he was David. They just thought he was an insane man who maybe thought he was David. And so he was able to use that. And on that occasion, being saved from death, he begins the song. I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips. Another possible translation for this extol is bless. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise will always be upon my lips. It's not I will praise the Lord, I will bless the Lord when he gets me out of a jam. It's not I will bless the Lord when I get lots of money. I will bless the Lord when things are going for me. No, it's I will bless the Lord at all times. At all times. That meant that when he lives this out, even while he was standing before Abimelech, worried about his life, he was blessing the Lord. He, in his very personhood and all that he did, his goal was to bless the Lord. My soul will boast in the Lord. Let the afflicted hear and rejoice. Glorify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. Today is the Eve of All Saints. And the thing is that we remember all the saints. That's the whole purpose of this holiday, is to remember. And part of this taking on, this dressing up, is to take on the character of one of the saints, to remember them well. The thing about many of the saints is that they didn't always have it so good. And many of them didn't exit this life in a very good way. There's a big, thick book on my shelf, The Martyr's Mirror, filled with stories of people living for faith and dying for faith. There's a new series that I got for youth group that asks the question, is your faith worth dying for? Is your faith worth dying for? To live a faith, to witness a faith worth dying for. It's a story of a group of teenagers who go into Vietnam and bring in Bibles, which is illegal, to people in their native languages, to meet with them where they are meeting, many illegally, literally living a faith worth dying for. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. You're often talking about difficult situations here. Bless the Lord. There's some people who say, we can't bless the Lord and we can't curse the Lord because it doesn't do anything to him. As a matter of fact, some people were so convinced that you couldn't curse the Lord that some of the early scribes changed the curse to a bless, saying, no, you can't curse the Lord. There's no way. But I've known people who've done it. I know people who have done that. It's not that it does anything to him. It doesn't change his character, doesn't change who he is. It's kind of like when a child has just been grounded and they say, I hate you.